Making our way over there. If you're just now joining us, welcome. I am Brian Glenn, correspondent here for Right Side Broadcasting. Once again, following this 2020 presidential election that has absolutely been a roller coaster. Of course, Trump delivering a great speech earlier today, a very inspirational speech, laid out a lot of the facts and a lot of the evidence of election fraud from his viewpoints. And we thought the events then would later go to the Capitol and we'd see what Vice President Mike Pence would do. And then after, I guess, his failure to do what a lot of Trump supporters thought he would do is when the Capitol was breached. And that's where we're at right now, making our way back over into this area. I'll just, if you will, bear with us because sometimes the signal is kind of sketchy. It goes in and out. So if it glitches a little bit, we apologize. Just stay with us. We'll try to post up in an area that has a solid connection because we definitely don't want to, we want to keep this stream going for you. I know there's a lot of reports on social media about kind of Antifa-like thuggish activity from Trump supporters. And I had several people message me, is this what you're seeing? And absolutely not. I have not seen violence like that's being described at all. At all. And I think that is one way the media is spinning a lot of the events here to make it look like the Trump supporters are the ones that are anarchist here. We're the ones that are being violent. And I just think, in my humble opinion, marching up to the Capitol steps and protesting the results of this election is not anything outside of just basically using your freedom of speech and your freedom to protest and assemble. So anyway, that's where we're at right now. We're making our way. We're probably a couple hundred yards away from the Capitol. As you can probably see in the distance, there's people that's made their way all the way up to the top of the bleachers up there and actually have gone inside the Capitol. We intend to go as far as we can to show you what's going on today, and we certainly appreciate you tuning in. If you would please tag a friend, share this broadcast, as this is history, folks, and I don't know how to describe it, but earlier I was mentioning the fact that I got a little sentimental thinking that this is the turning point in our nation's history right now, because we have, as conservatives, we have lost control of this country. We have lost total control of this country. And for people who voted for Biden just because they disliked Trump's personality or for whatever one of the social agendas that were out there, now you will see what the true agenda is from the left. And I think it's a very radical change. It goes against the fundamentals of our country, and we are going to hopefully, thank you very much. We've gotten, I don't know if you heard that, but we're walking by, and of course people are very appreciative of what we're doing right now. And of course we're doing this for you. This is what it's all about. If we don't go live during this and show you what's going on, we are not doing our jobs. And so that's why we're out there right now. As you can see, a lot of people are walking away from the Capitol. I would imagine they've been here for several hours. I know early on when we made our way to the Capitol, there were some flash bombs from security that might have scared some people off, and I understand that. But now people are making their way back towards Freedom Plaza and perhaps their hotels. Now, the D.C. mayor has issued a curfew effective 6 p.m. tonight to 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. There's a curfew. Now, I'm just going to throw it out there. I don't think anybody's going to obey that curfew right now. If we've got people standing up on the steps of the Capitol, do you think for 1 second they're going to pay attention to a curfew? Now, that is, the curfew does not apply to first responders or the media. So, and so we're good on that. So at least we are legally able to be out here, and we're going to continue to bring this coverage to you as much as we can. Thanks for joining us, and we'll talk to some people up here in a few minutes. I want to get a little bit closer, and we'll stop and get some interviews from some people that might have been up here closer for a little bit longer period of time to get some eyewitnesses. I know we've seen video of that person that was shot in the neck that's made its rounds. We'll see if we can get a hold of somebody that might have been inside that could tell us some more about that. But people are angry. They will simply not accept the results of this election. And they don't feel like it was fair. They don't feel like it was every legal vote counted and every illegal vote discounted. I don't feel like they thought that happened. And that's why they're here. You're seeing it. This is the result of an angry America that simply feels like their country is getting ripped away from them. And I like to tell a lot of younger people that get wrapped up into they get wrapped up into social issues of things. You've got to look at what is going on in our country from a constitutional standpoint and the freedoms that are quite honestly being stripped away from us. That's what it's all about. All right, we're going to walk. Hey, this is life, folks. So just bear with us. We're going to get some people probably screaming at us from time to time, but we'll keep the broadcast going, and we'll make our way up here. Of course, looks like they've draped, I don't know if you can see that. I'm sure Joe's showing that they draped a big American flag over the top of the bleachers. Now let me walk you through where we're at right now. This is where, thank you. This is where the Christmas tree was at. This is the yard. You might have saw we did a couple Facebook live streams from here. This is kind of where they built this whole bleacher system for the inauguration. This has been under construction for a couple months now, and it's just about 90% complete, I would say, at this point. But at this point, it's now occupied by patriots. And if you kind of look at what's going on right now, I honestly don't know how logistically you tell these people to go. When do they feel like enough is enough and it's time for them to disperse? I don't. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. That happens all day long, by the way, folks. Okay, we're going to make our way. Seems like it's now more of even an organized event. We've got tents that were erected. We've got flags in the ground. We've got people kind of parking up, posting up their own little area. This really is incredible, and we'll see if we can talk to some people here in a few minutes. All right. Wow. All right. Well, we'll keep on walking. I'll get up here. What's that?
Is that real?
What was that?
See the blood all over?
No, I didn't see it. Apparently, my photographer said he saw a guy with blood all over him, and I didn't notice that. You saw somebody with blood?
I don't know if it was real.
I don't know. Okay, well, we're going to use common sense here, and I will say this: when the sun goes down, I don't think we're going to be out here because I don't have the helmets, I don't have protective chest gear, so we want to make sure that we remain safe during this whole process. But for just now joining us, thank you very much. Brian Glenn here, Right Side Broadcasting, walking up the steps of the Capitol to give you a look at what's going on. And this is a result of an angry America. An angry America that simply did not feel like their vote was represented. They don't feel like justice prevailed in this election. And this is really a result of what happened. Thank you very much. Thank you. A result of what happened. Thank you. I'm sorry, people like to step up to me. So people like this, they're angry at the fact that this election was not reviewed, and the courts and the states that were in question rejected all of the evidence. They simply refused to even look at it, and they always called that there's no evidence. There's no evidence, and of course, we all knew there was evidence. I sat through hundreds of hours of witness testimony and Senate hearings in all those states that the evidence was clearly there. And they're just angry that the states refused to look at all of that. And that's why they're here. Now you can see where we're at. I'd probably say there's, my goodness, thousands of people right here at the foot of the Capitol Hill, and it's just an amazing sight right now. And I didn't think we would be here today. I quite honestly thought we'd be back in the studio and we would be in the process of delivering the results. and talking about a Trump victory. And of course now, hello. And of course now we're here at this massive protest right here. And this is quite the story. I did not think we would be here, and I didn't think we'd be here on November 3rd either. I thought we had this thing wrapped up, as most Trump supporters did. I mean, for someone like myself that's spent months on the campaign trail, I've been to about dozens of rallies. I've seen the support, and I simply just can't understand that at this point, this is where we're at with the Trump 2020 election. It's simply without words right now. We can get Joe's giving you a great shot of kind of a 360 look at this place, and there's people everywhere. This is where the inauguration would happen. This is where the president would be sworn in. You're looking at, this is really interesting because we're standing at the very point where a president would be sworn in. And how ironic that we're here talking about a president that was elected by the people, that we were hopes he would be standing here for inauguration, but instead thousands of his supporters are in his place as well. Of course, we got several people with bullhorns delivering messages, which is pretty much normal for a lot of Trump rallies. Just what they do. But man, anyway, I know this whole OT election coverage has gone into ground that we're not used to, but we just want to say thank you for supporting Right Side Broadcasting, because we wouldn't be able to do this without you. And so thank you so much. And if you care to give to our calls, if you care to donate to what we're doing, we don't know what goes on from here. What's that? I don't know. Yeah, we're going to try to make our way up here the stairs. So anyway, we don't know where it goes from here, but we're going to keep trying to bring you the very best coverage of this election and this president and the voice of the American people. So if you would please donate. No, the information is probably on your screen. We appreciate it. Right side, RSBNnetwork.com, RSBNnetwork.com. Please go. And hang on, we got some noise. Hang on a second. It's a flashbang off. Looks like we have the police up there trying to disperse the crowd. You can see the smoke. I can smell the smoke. Oh, wow, it's tear gas. All right, hang on a second. They're shooting. Oh, wow. Okay, we got tear gas. All right, hang on a second. Okay, tear gas. Whoa. So that's a first for me. We just got hit. We just got hit with a bunch of tear gas. And holy cow. That's brutal. That's brutal, and you can see it.
Fuck the police.
Yeah, that's wow. That's brutal. You can see a lot of people gasping, leaving this area. I don't see how you're remotely sitting up there right now. We're down here below, and they shot it up from down there, and it was strong down here. I can't imagine how strong it is up there. It's unbelievable. I don't understand it, but it seems to have passed now. But at least we know at this point they are not past shooting tear gas at this crowd here at the Capitol. And of course now, a lot of people now are angry at the Capitol Police for retaliating like that. I mean, but then again, I've said, I don't know how you disperse a crowd like this. I don't know. All right, here we go. They're chanting, "I can't breathe." I'm going to let you guys listen in.
I can't breathe. 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 I can't breathe.
Crowd chanting, "I can't breathe." And that was brutal. That was my first time having tear gas. I'm good, Joe. Joe just gave me thumbs up. Hey, Joe, I'm good. You just give me thumbs up. I got thumbs up as well. And we're going to continue to do this. And, of course, when we hear those flashbangs, if you see the camera dip down, it's because we are simply covering up our mouths and our nose because we've got to. That was tough. That was tough. Anyway, if you're just now joining us, this all happened. Our day started about 9 o'clock this morning, bringing you unprecedented coverage of President Trump's rally there at the Ellipse, just on the south lawn of the White House. About an hour and a half delivery the president had there, and for a record crowd, really, in that space. We had a record crowd watching us here on RSBN as well. And then that transitioned over to the march to Capitol Hill from the Ellipse, and that's where Lilith and myself joined you for that walk. And then as we got closer to the Capitol is when a lot of this started to happen, and our coverage dipped out because of the cell ban. I mean, there's so many people here, but not a whole lot of people had power. So that's when our coverage dropped out. We retreated back to our office near the White House, and now we are back. It's a very energetic crowd. I don't see anyone going home anytime soon. Yeah, if you want to go up, all right. We're going to try to go up, guys. So bear with us. The camera might get a little bumpy, but we're going to make our way up the top of these steps and get as close up as we can.
USA!
All right, let's go. I know there's a lot of people still battling with the tear gas, and it's brutal. And like I said, that's the first time I've been hit with it, and I was away from it. I can imagine these people that are up top, they had to simply get completely blasted by tear gas. So we're going to make our way up here, and a lot of people still in some pain right now. If you would, guys, please share this broadcast. Tag a friend. This is what's going on. I've gotten a bunch of messages right now. Oh.
Hey, you tell them we motherfucking sick and tired out
I know.
there.
Yes.
Fuck out of us up there.
I know. We're going. People are angry right now. Look, people's eyes right now. They're angry. They're angry. People are upset that this is how they've been treated. Basically, demonstrating their freedom of speech and their right to assemble. I know we're at the nation's capital, and I know that we're probably doing some unprecedented times, but this is what it is. Yes, sir. Hey, we're just trying to show everybody what's going on. Thank you. All right, we are the real news. All right, I'm gonna.
What's up, brother?
What's going on? All right, as you can see, we've made our way a little bit higher. We're trying to get a vantage point here. I don't know what's going to happen when they shoot off the next tear gas. We're going to. As you can see, a lot of people in pain right now. The tear gas is no joke. And when we hear that flashbang again, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And when we.
They shot somebody.
Yeah, we saw
that. Is that right?
No, it's not right. It's wrong.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
Is that right?
That's correct. Yeah, young girl. Yes. All right, sorry. Everyone keeps coming up to me, talking to me, but we're going to try to get up a little bit. We are literally a lot of people in pain right now. A lot of people gasping for air, eyes watering. Hang on a second. Hang on. What you got? Oh, it's going the wrong way. I've been told, thank you. I've been told that there is some Antifa protesters in here that are attacking police, but they're undercover. And
they're here, they're scared to do anything.
Well, they're doing it to provoke is what they're doing. So that's what we've been told. The Antifa is undercover in here, trying to basically antagonize the Capitol Police. I can't confirm that. That's just what someone told me, and I've actually had someone else as well confirm that as well. I'm going to get a shot this way, Joe, off to your right. Gives you an idea where we just came from and just how many people are down below. Thank you. A lot of people are here, and of course, it all started at the Washington Memorial down there. So here we are. There's a lot. I mean, the one question I just keep asking myself is I just don't know, guys, how this ends. I don't know how you, as you can see, they're like breaking in windows and actually getting in these spaces. I don't think we've seen this in modern history, in American history for sure. I just don't understand. Jaden, what you got?
Oh man, it's crazy down there.
Oh, it's okay. Jaden, one of our other camera personnel, is here, also checking everything out and giving us a report. And it's just crazy. Here's a tear gas right there. They're spraying at people. This is going to get ugly. This is going to get ugly. Yeah, I really don't believe what I'm seeing right now. This is something that's out of a movie or something. This is like a third world country. Of course, what Trump said happened to this election was a lot of a third world country. Anyway, I'm really trying to be mindful that when they shoot off this tear gas, that I've got my
You got your mask?
well, no, but I got maybe something close to a mask. Wow. They're taking chairs out. Incredible. Incredible. It's hard to find out who's helping who to go in that window right there. I don't know if I'm assuming that's, Trump supporters climbing the window. I wouldn't I don't know.
Yes, we're climbing the windows.
Wow.
We're fighting.
Yeah, this is...
People like you.
Yeah, people are angry.
We are very angry. We are very angry. We came all the way from all over the world. I'm from Israel. Yeah, so we're here because this is I've never seen anything like that in my life. Don't get me wrong, Israel is following the same path, same money, same people. But I've never seen anything like that. He won it by a landslide. There is no chance.
Everybody knows that.
Yeah, they know that. Nobody's celebrating. They're not celebrating. He canceled the inauguration. That was his. He supported Black Lives Matter protest, but he canceled the inauguration. Why? Because nobody there's no voters. It's the biggest scam America's.
Well, God bless. God bless for coming out here.
God bless America.
Thank you. Wow. Well, came over here from Israel. And of course, this is what you see in a lot of these third world countries. You see a revolt. You see a protest of the people who clearly are fighting for freedom, and they feel like their freedoms are being jerked away. And if you don't stand up and fight and show resistance, perhaps it gets taken away even quicker. I mean, this is something... Wow. I'm just going to take a moment, let you listen into the sights and sounds as we kind of regroup and look around. So take a listen.
I'm parked over there on Wall Street. Yeah! I haven't gotten anything from it.
Oh, all right, we got tear gas. Good now.
We're good, we're upwind.
All right, so they just shot another.
Appreciate the work y'all do.
thank you. They just shot another thing of tear gas. I'm just making sure that we don't get blasted by it. And that's one of the things that I've really tried to be aware of happening here, because there's, they got a little skirmish right there. What do we got? All right, if you're just now joining us, we are live outside the steps of our nation's capital, and an event that I don't think we've seen in my modern day history. And this is a series of events that we didn't think would happen today. It all started this morning around 9 a.m. at the Lips, just the south lawn of the White House, and President Trump took the stage for about an hour and a half. He delivered a message of hope and kind of recapped his election year and recapped the steps of the election and his accomplishments over his 4 years. From that point, we went to a march. We left there and marched towards the Capitol. And then roughly at about 2 o'clock is when things started to go south here. And we lost coverage due to just the amount of cell phone activity. So we had to retreat back to our offices near the White House. We regrouped, and now we're here. Joe Petrie is joining us. Jaden's with me as well, and we're trying to bring you as much coverage as we can right now. And this is a very fluid situation. We've got tear gas that's been fired at the protesters here. So when we hear these flashbangs, if you don't mind, we're going to try and cover our mouth and our nose the best we can, because we took a hit of it earlier and it was brutal. And we just want to show you what's happening now. I've had a lot of messages on social media about Antifa-like activity and violence. Other than what you're seeing now, and that's people just trying to get into the Capitol, and I'm not saying that's absolutely right. It's wrong. We shouldn't necessarily be breaking in, but that's what's going on right now. As you can see, there's a little skirmish pushing protesters aside. A lot of people saying they didn't see this type of protest against Antifa, and that's a good question. You know, we haven't seen this type of resistance. Cover my mouth. Okay, I've got my eyes closed. You guys don't mind? You got it? You clear? You're clear? We're good? All right, we're good. I think they're screaming traitor, traitors. I think if they would have shown more resistance to Antifa, I think this crowd would be a little bit more, I don't think they'd be as angry, but the violence they're seeing back is really says a lot. Man. If you're just now joining us, thank you for tuning in. It's been a very eventful day here. I know if you're watching a lot of the mainstream media, they may not be showing you this, but we're here because we think that freedom is worth fighting for, and showing you this coverage is what we need to do at this moment in our history. You can take a look back towards the Washington Memorial, the crowd that's gathered down there, and now they're chanting, "We won't go." And I honestly, that was one of the first questions I asked when we came out here. I don't see how you disperse this crowd. I just don't see how you do it. And to think that the very steps that we're standing on right now is where state dignitaries, guests of the president, Congress, Senate, this is where they all assemble for inauguration. And that entryway that they're breaking into is actually where the president would walk out. I mean, this is the very spot that inauguration happens. And the fact that we're standing here protesting is incredible. I would never have thought that this would happen. Never.
Are you for us or against us?
It's okay. It's okay.
Be nice.
Thank you. I just don't know how these people are getting inside, man. That's incredible. Yes, sir. We're Right Side Broadcasting. We're live right now.
All right, Jeff Collison, Nebraska here representing. Just want to stand here. Thank you so much, Right Side, for all you're doing. You just keep it up.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Wow. It's amazing that people were able to break in the Capitol. I'm beside myself.
This is R-rated.
Yeah, I want to apologize for the language you might be hearing right now. We can't control a lot of the circumstances around us, so if you hear something that's inappropriate, we apologize. We're certainly not trying to put that out there, but we are here, and it's a fluid situation. So,
Everybody meet next week with gas masks and
all right. This is giving you a nice little 360 view of what's going on right now. These people standing up on this edge, Joe, why don't you show these guys standing up there? That makes me nervous because they are probably a good 20 feet above the surface there. And it really, I mean, these people have zero fear up here. Look at even look at the media risers, Joe. Take a look at that. People have climbed the media risers, which, to be honest with you, that's probably the safest place out here. You're kind of isolated in front of the crowd here, but this is Yeah, this is amazing that we're actually standing on the inauguration stage. Like, this is where the president would be sworn in, right here. These steps, that entrance, he walks through those doors. It really is surreal that we're standing here while this is going on. And Joe Biden has said early on that he will not have a public inauguration because, in my opinion, he knows that it could be protested just like we're seeing today. I mean, that's one of the reasons why Joe Biden won't be public about anything, because Trump supporters, as you see, will show up and resist. If you're just now joining us, we are live. I'm Brian Glenn, Right Side Broadcasting. We are at the steps of Capitol Hill, and a very unprecedented day in our nation's history. And it's something I've never thought we would witness, to be honest with you. This is absolutely not what I thought would happen today. But yet, here we are. It looks like they're about to ram that door with something. I don't know if you can see that, Joe. They're pulling up like a white, looks like some kind of battering ram or something. So they might, I don't know what that is. See, now they're really starting to push back now. So this is when. Wow. We're live on Right Side Broadcasting. Okay, now we got some tear gas coming out. We got tear gas, so this is when we probably need to duck down and get yeah. All right, we're gonna cover our mouths real quick. So this is when it's gonna get. It's when it might get a little. Hang on, just give us a moment.
Cover your eyes more than your mouth, guys.
All right, yeah, I can barely hear it. We're live right now on Right Side. It's just chaos right here. What's that? Yeah, I'm live on the air right now. Go to my YouTube channel. You can watch it. I just want you to let you know we're on. Look at that. Follow us on. Go to YouTube. All right. More flash bombs going on here. If you're watching us, we appreciate your support. I just gotten a bunch of messages just now asking about our safety, and I just want to say that we're okay. We're fine with the occasional tear gas that's being shot out. We're fine. So I appreciate people being concerned about our health and safety, but we are fine at this point. More flash bombs going off. Oh. There's a call to stop their violence, maybe even from a Trump supporter side. If we just quit maybe throwing stuff at the Capitol Police here, then maybe things might turn a different tone. But I know from seeing what I see right now, I mean, it's going to be impossible to penetrate this Capitol from that area. There's just too many police there, and this could not end well. I mean, they are really trying to penetrate that door right there, aren't they? Holy cow. I could not imagine being up there right now. Look at that. People climbing through the windows. They are really trying to get in there. Now they're chanting, "Police stand down," is what they're chanting now. Police stand down.
Joe Biden, America. Bullshit right here.
Patriots, we need the people to stand up for our country and our Constitution. We won't let the globalists take over their satanic pedophiles.
If you're just now joining us, Brian Glenn, Right Side Broadcasting. We are live here at the steps of the White House, or excuse me, Capitol. In unprecedented times. This is something we have not seen before. probably say there's a couple thousand people just in this area. That's not counting the thousands that are behind us on this lower level. We are up on these bleachers. This whole area has been constructed for the inauguration. We watched over the last couple months this area be built, and then now to be standing here right now, I never would have thought that would happen.
This guy's missing his son.
What's that?
This guy's missing his son.
Oh wow! We have a gentleman over here that's missing his son. Maybe if you want to get his attention, maybe we'll put him on there. We got a lot of people. We got a guy that's missing his son, and I'd like to see if we can help him out at all, because that's got to be a very scary moment. Let's see if we can have a few words with this guy. All right, somebody tells me you're looking for your son.
Yeah, Caden Gottfried.
How old is he?
He's 18.
He's out here somewhere?
He was right here a minute ago. I think he lost his phone.
From what you can tell, you can't find him.
I can't find him now. He's smart, he's strong, he's tall. I'm not worried about him, but I just want to connect with him.
Where are you from?
Washington State.
Why are you here?
I'm here because this is the last resort. It was statistically impossible to lose this election. And there's just nauseating amounts of fraud. And it's not being heard or seen. And we really have nothing left.
Where do we go from here?
I'm not quite sure, but I'm not leaving until we all know what we're going to do.
That's been one of my biggest questions when I first got here is how does everybody get resolved and go and leave?
We don't leave. We stay united, and we take back our country.
Well, God bless. And once again, if you're watching this right now and you happen to know Caden, and once again, what's his full name again?
Caden Gottfried.
All right, Caden Godfrey, your dad's looking for you. We're up here, so we appreciate it. Is that Caden? I don't know. All right, no. All right, so we just thought, as a parent, I'm a parent as well, and I couldn't imagine if I couldn't find my kids out here as well. Oh, man. This is not how I thought we would spend January 6th in our nation's capital.
What'd you say?
All right, we're going to do a battery switch on this camera here in a second. So if we dip to black for a couple seconds, don't be alarmed. We'll come back. We're just going to switch out the battery in our camera.
Okay, back here in the studio, we're watching live coverage from our team at the U.S. Capitol.
Because it's getting low. We want to continue to bring this coverage to you.
They should be back here momentarily. Just stand by as they are putting a new battery on the camera. We had planned a whole show tonight as we expected the debating in the Senate and the House to go long into the night. We're still set up downtown. We have a studio apartment here in DC where we will be on air tonight if things resume. But right now, everybody needs to pray for the country, pray for the president. This is not ideal. This is not what you want to happen, no matter what side of the aisle that you're on. We just have to pray for everybody's safety. And the crew, they insisted on going, so pray for them as well. So we'll be back just a few seconds. Give us a minute to get that battery swapped over.
Something that can really get you down.
Fuck you!
Once again, we want to apologize for any language you might be hearing right now. This is a very emotional and charged environment. I haven't had an update on even what's going on right now as far as the process in Congress and the whole electoral process. I'm assuming that's all been put on pause. We've been kind of out of the loop here covering this and not able to really check a lot of news on our phones because it's the coverage is very spotty at this point. I want to let you know, if you're watching us, we are safe. Joe Petrie, Brian Glenn, and myself, we are on the steps here, which you would normally see at inauguration, but we are seeing violence against the Capitol Police here. We are safe. I want to reiterate, we are safe. If we feel like we're going to be in danger, we will leave, to let you know. We want to give let's swing the camera around a little bit. You can see some of the police activity up top, and also behind us here, going back towards the Washington Memorial. You've got thousands of people out here on the lawn, and really down Pennsylvania Avenue. That's where you see all the police lights. That is Pennsylvania Avenue going towards, well, everything really, going towards the White House, that area, and Trump International Hotel, and where we're staying as well. So that is the main road coming in. That is still open. Obviously, people, when we came here, a lot of the people were moving away from the Capitol, but now I'm starting to see a little bit of a shift of people walking back towards the Capitol. So now the D.C. mayor has put out a curfew effective 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. There's a curfew in D.C. with the exception of first responders, medical people, and the media. Now, with that said, we're checking the time now. But we definitely probably want to be out of here when it gets dark, because this could be a situation that I don't think that we want to be involved. But anyway, curfew is in place. I don't think any of these people here are going to obey that curfew, obviously just by the fact that they're standing here. But this is where we're at.
I'm just surprised there aren't snipers.
I wonder how they put a banner up there. You see the... There is a lot of Capitol Police here, and they're just trying to keep everyone contained in an area, and actually keep them from penetrating that entry right there that you're looking at right now. That seems to be the main entry point.
Joe Biden fucks kids!
California.
What a day in our nation's capital. I see Brick's suit there. Brick's suit. Obviously.
Trump, baby!
Yep. And still trying to penetrate that door. I just don't know how that's going to happen. All right, Rick Suit joining us, man. What is your thoughts on what we're seeing right now? It is unprecedented.
Completely without precedent. I can tell you, I was set up with the rest of our crew on the east side to see the speakers that were slated to talk there at 1 p.m. But once it became apparent that the streets were blocked off and the crowds weren't going to be able to come to that side of the Capitol was a little sketchy, and we decided to regroup and head back towards our hotel where we were going to do a nighttime show. As I was walking down the street, I saw what was happening here on the Capitol steps, and I knew that you guys were here somewhere. So I broke off from the rest of the team to try and find you. And I couldn't find you. What I found was chaos. And I stuck with it. I got up to the front. I got tear gassed a couple times. Right where those people are standing in the front on that bucket, I was there. I was standing right here where the president gets inaugurated.
Isn't this ironic? This is where the president gets inaugurated. We're standing at the very
there.
point.
We were right there. It's incredible. So what I think about this,
I'm sad. It's sad because I feel like our country's being ripped away from us.
Because the people here who are breaking windows, I saw when it initially started, classic Antifa, no Trump gear, black stuff, black hoods, had hatchets, had hammers. Patriots don't come to a rally like this today with hatchets and hammers.
So what you're saying right now is the violence that we've seen was really initiated by Antifa, Black Lives Matter type groups.
In my estimation, the window breaking was. But the storming of the Capitol steps, that is not something that I think was initiated by them. What I think we have, unfortunately, is we have a huge, huge amount of people here who support the president and believe that the election was stolen. But there is no consensus as to what the path forward is. Some believe that path is to completely storm. It's just a flashbang, that's all right. Some believe that the correct path is to storm the Capitol, to go inside. I don't agree. I believe it was perfectly appropriate to come as far as we see here, to stop at the doors, to be peaceful, to have a sit-in. I got a cough, hang on. All right, so what we see now, this is the biggest escalation I've seen.
What are they shooting at us?
That's a less than lethal round. Pepper balls. And they're pointing them at the crowd. So I can't advocate for anybody to enter the Capitol. I can't advocate for any type of armed resistance. Peaceful protest is what we should be doing. If we weren't trying to get in and everybody just sat down and occupied this space, they would not be having this type of thing. And one thing I saw is one time they repulsed all the people who were in the little gateway there. I had on a 360 GoPro. I haven't had a chance to look at the footage. But one police officer came out with that crew. He was being pushed out with the scrum.
Okay, but if you better...
and I saw him, and
okay. You need to stop and cover your mouth.
Nah, I'm good.
No, you're not going to be good here.
All right. Take a deep breath. Cover him. Close the eyes.
We gotta go. We gotta go. Okay, we're gonna walk out of here. All right, we'll make it. You all right, Joe? Oh. Thank you. Thank you.
You're okay. Keep going. You're okay.
Calmly move.
Everybody's good. Everybody's good.
We're good. All right, guys, we're good. We're just making our way out of here. I've had enough of this. We're going to take our coverage out to the lawn where we won't be subjected to... Whoa. Hey.
Don't go down, man.
No, we got our microphones. There we go. Sorry.
Your flag, it was working.
All right, guys. Oh, that was brutal. We're going to take our coverage back. go on because this is not a safe space to be at this point. We need to. Okay.
Still hitting them. Let's go. Take it slow.
Take it slow.
Take it slow.
Hang
Don't
on.
push. Don't push.
Hang on. I got my microphone. Hang on, guys. Hang on.
Take it slow.
All right. Okay. You got it straight ahead. Let's just get out of this area. All right, guys. If you're just now joining us, we are live at the Capitol. We are making our way. We're making our way. We're making our way away from these steps because we have got to get out and get some fresh air and get away.
The police over the inside. Oh, sorry.
My eyes are burning right now. Absolutely. They're spraying pepper spray at the crowd, and this is where I think we should move out a different area. That was rough. That was rough. Oh boy. That is rough.
You okay? You get it?
No, yeah.
You know, they shot a woman there. Oh.
I saw that. Oh man.
Police state, huh? I feel initiated.
Oh guys, that is no joke. What happened to us?
Yeah!
I don't wish on anybody, but as Brick Suit was saying, I think the violence that we've seen was uncalled. I think having more of a sit-in protest is the way to go, but fighting the Capitol Police, you're not going to win. And
You with him? I see this guy get arrested not to wear a mask.
I'm sorry.
You guys do?
It's brutal. I don't even know how to describe it, man. It is brutal. And I just think this is just so sad. Oh. Folks, this is where we're at. January the 6th, 2021. That hurts. Yeah. Oh, guys. There's still probably a couple thousand people here, I would say. I'm just glad we're away from those the bleachers. That was tough, guys. I got to say that was a very tight space to try to operate from, and when things got crazy, there's nowhere to go. Yeah. There we go. Thank you. All right, let's move to the front, see if we can get a better. Huh? What do you want to go?
No, let's just go.
Yeah. All right. Let's move away. Let's maybe let's go and get a little different vantage point. I'm not sure where that would be. This seems to be a kind of a safe space right here. But boy, that got violent really quick, and that went from they were tolerating a lot of the protests and violence protests from the supporters here, but then that really switched when they decided to do a couple blasts with that tear gas and pepper spray, and that really changed the momentum. As you can see, we got the Capitol Police that's lined up there. They are ready. They are absolutely ready to come down, and I feel like they probably would. I had a moment's notice. If you're just now joining us, Brian Glenn, Right Side Broadcasting. We are live at the steps of Capitol Hill. We've been here, been out here just about all day, really, bringing you the coverage of Trump's rally at 11 o'clock. We marched towards Capitol Hill. We marched to Capitol Hill, and then at about 2 o'clock is when things kind of went sideways as far as any kind of peaceful assembly, and that's when we retreated, when we lost our signal. But now we're back, and I'm not sure. Hey, I don't know, Joe. I don't know how much closer we want to go from here, though. I don't know. I can't take another pepper spray. Here comes the Capitol Police right now. They're coming through. Now keep in mind we have steps behind us. All right, so we're going to have to go backwards.
Hey, move back. They're coming.
We're going to move back off here. They are coming with barricades. Once again, folks, we are okay.
Give up your firearms, people.
We're safe.
Be careful, buddy. They're shooting pellets and shit.
They're shooting pellets?
Yeah, I got hit with pellets. Rubber bullets, tear gas.
Right side in the house, right there.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. They're really setting up a barricade.
I think it's a good time.
You think?
Yeah. Look at the Captain America woman that's on that bleacher up there. See if you get a shot of that. Look at that. Wow. I would think she's probably one of the safest spots right now.
They said enough's enough.
Yeah, they did say enough's enough. I believe the Capitol Police has determined that they've had enough of this. And I would imagine this is when it's going to get...
How you doing?
Thank you. How you doing?
Crazy.
This is very crazy right now. We are live. Sorry, folks, you might hear some things talking off camera, and you may hear some profanity, but this is a very fluid situation, and we're just trying to bring you what's happening.
We're about to get sprayed.
We're about to get sprayed,
That's what I
huh?
was told.
All right, we've been told we're about to get sprayed. If we're about to get sprayed, I want to find a place that we can get out. I want a place that we can exit. I cannot get hit again. Because that is...
He said.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is kind of what they're doing to push the line back. They would pepper spray and then flash bomb, pepper spray, and then move forward. That's pretty much how they're clearing the area. And they're in the next stage of the pepper spray. And we're going to back away from that because that's painful. Thank you very much. A lot of people appreciating our
Public servants.
our coverage on this. As like I said, we're doing the best we can. We are viewer supported, and I know this sounds like a really odd time to push for any kind of donations right now at this point, but folks, we're trying to take this election coverage into OT. So if you feel led to donate to our company, we are viewer supported, and go to our website, rsbnetwork.com/donate. rsbnetwork.com/donate. Thank you very much. Donate what you can. Support. I'm not in a situation to read any kind of super chats or anything like that. I be honest with you, back there, it got really scary for a moment because none of us could see, none of us could breathe. We couldn't move. We were in a space that probably a couple hundred people in a stairwell, and if someone fell down, they were probably likely going to be trampled. Just a scary situation, but at least we're away now, a little bit back from all that. Let's turn.
Sprayed a little girl, man.
Yeah, they're pepper. Well,
They shot a rubber bullet.
that's a look at the situation now as we backed a little bit, and that's where we were. You can see the bleachers.
Right side. You guys are the best.
Thank you very much.
Tell you that for real.
Thank
you.
you.
Guys are the best.
Thank you very much.
These are the cops that we fight for. These are the cops that we fight for.
Yeah.
Constitutional for to do what we did.
Yeah, it is constitutional to do what we did. I agree.
They stole an election. They're supposed to take it back.
I agree. And
When
so
the government steals the government, it's in the Constitution. We are to take it back.
Where were they? Were all the riots all summer with BLM and Antifa? I didn't see any of these guys.
Correct.
Any of them.
Correct.
With complete impunity, they rioted in all these cities, burning down businesses, doing whatever they wanted. We come here to peacefully protest or do what we had to do. There's a coup against our country, and they do this.
BLM Antifa can blow up buildings, do whatever they want. But we come here holding Blue Lives Matter signs and we get shot with rubber bullets. I saw a 7-year-old girl get pepper sprayed.
Yeah.
I'm done with this country. Thank you.
Yeah,
A lot of people feel the same way. I mean, that was one of the things I heard earlier, that during the summer you saw police stand down to a lot of protesters, and of course now Capitol Police have confronted in the way that they've done today, and it is a sad day in our country right now. And as you can see, a lot of people are leaving, and to be completely honest, I would not be up on those bleachers right now either. I think the Capitol Police, they're done playing around. I think they're going to displace. Let's see if we can get up on these risers right here. This seems like a fairly safe place to be. Yeah, you want to go up on this one? Okay, the next one. Okay, we're going to try to find a safe space to somewhere that we will be out of any type of line of stampede or... All right, just bear with us as we make our way over here. All right, there we go. More flashbangs, more pepper spray, tear gas.
How are you tonight?
Good, man. How you doing?
Good to see you.
Good to see you guys.
And I'm really glad. I'm at work one day and I go to get dust masks for guys on the job. You guys are right in Home Depot dust masks. And I'm in the aisle. I'm in this Home Depot every day. I know the whole store. Yeah. They were out of dust masks. I asked the woman. I said,
We have moved to this riser area. Seems like it's a little safer space to be at this point. We do not want to be anywhere near those bleachers. Still a lot of people here right now. They certainly cleared out the elevated structure they built for the inauguration, but obviously people are down below on the ground level here. And like I said, I've been here for months. I've watched them build this thing since, November. So if you could share this broadcast, I'd like to get as many people watching it as possible for a couple reasons. There's a lot of misinformation in the media right now in regards to what is going on and what is the violence like. And I want to make sure that everybody watches this because we're giving it to you as it happens.
brick suit's all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got some cases.
I mean, at this point,
Oh, they took the girl?
what's that?
Let her go.
Let her go?
They took that girl, I
They
guess,
took the
off
girl.
scaffold.
Oh yeah, the girl that you saw earlier that we focused on, she's been removed from the scaffolding, probably for her own safety, to be honest with you, because what a. The wind has picked up here. I will say that we got a wind at about out of the north, blowing about 15. It's a little good. The winds have picked up, so if that means anything as far as when the tear gas is shot, it is going to blow quite a bit after being released. But that was a lot of what you heard earlier from those two individuals, is that people are angry that when we saw the protest over the summer in all these cities, you didn't see the police stand up to the protesters. The violence that we saw just now towards the supporters here is something that we haven't seen that before. We have not seen the level of police activity towards a pro-Trump group like that. And people are saying, why didn't you take that approach to Antifa and the riots during the summer? And that they bring up a very valid point why the violence is justified towards a pro-Trump organization and group of people versus a group like Antifa or Black Lives Matter. So they bring up a very valid point. It seems like a lot of the resistance up top has slowed down. It's now just on the bottom. So the Capitol Police have taken over the elevated space there, and they are now have confined everyone just to this ground area in front of the Capitol. And I would likely think that's where it's going to stay. I think at this point, if they can just secure access to the Capitol, just playing armchair quarterback here, that would be enough to at least, well, maybe I'm wrong. It seems like we're kind of in this open area anyway. This is where the public would be able to.
He goes like this.
Even if this wasn't going on, we're standing in a place that's open to the public. So I don't see much of a pushback from where we're standing right now. I apologize if I gotta. It just seems like that tear gas. It just absolutely is choking. And of course, we're not geared up like a lot of these. You see these Antifas and you see these protesters. They come with the mask and the gas, face protectors. We don't have that. We don't have that at all. So we're very open to taking all of that straight on. It's 5:23 here on the East Coast. Welcome. If you're just now joining us, we're still live at Capitol Hill, here in our nation's capital, as it's been a very eventful day here, as today was a day that basically Congress would meet. They would go over the electoral votes, and hopefully at that point would protest the states that are contested and would disregard those electors, and we'd go a different path to a presidency. But that did not happen today. Those events were stopped by what you're seeing now. Massive rally here at the Capitol, and they did breach inside the Capitol, and we have a report that one girl was shot in the neck. I have seen eyewitness video of this that's been circulating, so I don't have an age, don't have a name certainly, but one person was shot inside the Capitol, and I can only guess that we've had some arrests here so far today. I can't imagine that no one has been arrested yet, but just a very disturbing scene here on Capitol Hill. And to think that we were standing in the very spot where President Trump and every president before him was inaugurated. It's unimaginable that happened in the same spot where President Trump was going. Okay, so we got more. It looks like we got some more police coming in there as well. They're really ramping up the police presence here, which is not surprising at all, because I said this when we first got here. I don't see how you disperse a crowd like this. I don't see how you do it. There's just too much going on. The emotions are high. Do we want to walk around here and talk to some people maybe? All right, let's go. Watch your step there, Joe. Ooh. All right, as we go down. All right. Let's
Yeah.
there's Brick. Brick's seat right there. All right, Rick. So but we were talking, and
We
of
got
course
separated.
we got hit with that pepper gas, and that was something else. Okay, so to continue our conversation, I am just absolutely beside myself that where we were standing and the significance of that spot and what we're seeing right now. And you had mentioned if it didn't get violent, we were just in a peaceful sit-in. This was nothing but, hey, let's show up at the Capitol. Let's wait. Let's peacefully wait. But you're saying that Antifa-like characters is the one that initiated a lot of this violence.
Well, it was very interesting to see, like, they would get up and they would get on the windows and they'd start hammering on the windows, and other people would notice and start to pull them off.
Really?
So it's not the crowd was not behind these people breaking windows and going through. The initial people who broke the hammers were acting on their own. There was no call. Nobody was yelling, break the windows, break the windows. And then somebody showed up with a hammer and started hammering windows. And it's someone with like a black hoodie, didn't look, I mean, what does a Trump supporter look like? But they, we all have a way to identify ourselves. We have red hats, we have stickers, we have shirts, we have flags. They had none of that. Yeah. So, I have my doubts as to whether or not they were actually, people who support President Trump fully and, people who voted for him, or if they are infiltrators here set to discredit the group of patriots who are here to support the president.
I'm with you, because you and I have seen enough Trump rallies. We know what a Trump supporter looks like, and we know that MAGA country is not going to go up there and create violence and initiate anything like that. So I think you're right on that. And of course, it does kind of feed to the crowd, and then you get some people that emotions are high. Now, I get that, though, Brick. I know emotions are high right now.
Yes, absolutely. And, the other thing, too, is it was a spontaneous thing. Maybe some people had a plan to do it, but not everybody did it. So, however it started, it snowballed. People started to participate, but there's no consensus about what the goal was.
Yeah.
There's no consensus about what should have happened, other than people want to express their support for the president and suppress their distaste for the way they feel the elections were run. I don't think that there was perfect information, too. Had everybody known that Pence had already dissolved the joint session. Yeah. I mean, I could see that on the other side, but I don't think everybody here knew that Pence had dissolved the joint session once we got to Arizona.
All right.
We need to go.
Yeah, we probably need to go.
But it's not that bad. It's far away.
I'm still going to get it. I want to get where we're not getting flash bombed in my face.
We're good. We're good.
All right. So the police, as we anticipated, they're going to keep driving the crowds this way because they want us away from the steps there. So we're going to back away where we have a little bit more. Well,
at least for a little bit.
Yeah, that's fine. But I tell you one thing, I'm not taking another tear gas to the face anymore. Let's see if we can get up here and give you a good vantage point here.
Oh, they're pushing us.
They're close.
Go. Okay, we got to go. Let's go. We got to go. Okay, we're going to turn around. All right. Watch the step there, Joe. We got to go. All right, we're going to go.
Yeah. I'll stick with you.
All right.
Okay. All right, they're like 20 feet behind us.
All right, so they're behind us. We're walking a pretty good pace to get out of here. I don't want to pull. You got it? You take the cord. All right, we are making our way. The Capitol Police are literally behind us, and they are not. I'm seeing some skirmishes right now. They are very serious about clearing out this area. They are not. I think for now, I think they've had enough.
I think they've had enough, and we had to have. I mean, we saw they were not ready for this. They had to bring in state police. They had to bring in military.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sure they didn't bring in. They probably weren't doing it from. They were bringing in reinforcements from a number of different federal agencies. I saw the cars on the roads, bringing those people in. There was no preparation for this, and
no,
I can't say I fault them because it's completely unprecedented.
Right. Oh wow. All right, so we're going to get to the situation. We got more steps coming down here, Joe. I'm just trying to keep our cameraman safe as well. As you can see, they're pushing back. All right. Here we go. Joe, watch the stair.
I got you.
We got it. All right. You want to go to the...
No, we're not holding shit. We're going.
Yeah, I am not holding... People are saying, let's hold ship. I'm like, yeah.
Hey, I love you guys.
Thank you very much.
I've been watching you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
We love you too, but the cops.
Yeah, you hang on. You can hang on. You can hang on. You can hang on.
There. Let's go. Let's go. We're about to get
Step.
Step
again.
Step again.
All right, and step again, go.
I think they're going to stop here.
All right.
I think we're at the edge of federal. Property.
Come back this way.
All right. So now we're on the edge of, I think, the perimeter here, and like you said, Brick, this is kind of this is where the public space is anyway. This is kind of where you can come on a regular basis.
That's correct. But keep in mind now that, let's get closer to the camera now. Keep in mind that there is a curfew in D.C. at 6 p.m. Move back.
All right, we'll go. All right, we're moving back. All right.
Okay, I think we're good at the circle because they won't have enough people at the circle.
Step down. All right.
They don't have enough people. This is interior lines, exterior lines. They've got enough people to block the stairway and push us off that. But behind us, we have a big traffic circle, so they can't extend any further.
Well, here's the bottom line. It's not us versus them,
no,
though.
Absolutely not.
I know,
I
but
believe they'll stop here for a while.
Right. And thank you very much. Thank you.
Thanks. Get some gas.
Thank you. Good luck.
So I want to make sure these officers know that we're not necessarily, we're not against them. We just want to make sure we cover everything. And all right. Oh no! I don't like when they start throwing stuff at the police.
Get back.
Yeah, let's get back. I see another push coming here.
Get ready.
So, as I was saying before we had that last push, remember that the city of Washington has a 6 p.m. curfew. So, we are now about to be off of federal grounds. And once everybody's going back to their hotels, they're going to be subject to the curfew of the city of Washington, Mayor Bowser. Now, I believe that probably most of the MPD that's going to be responding to riots has probably already been pulled into service with the Capitol Police. I did see a couple MPD police shields being thrown out, so I know that there are at least some of them that are in there. But, as long as when we finally leave here, we go back to our hotels, we don't stay on the streets. This isn't the time to stay out all night, because the curfew has been lawfully declared, and you don't want to be subject to that.
Yeah, of course, we are the media. Media first responders obviously are exempt of that. But you're right. If you're watching us right now and you're out and about in the streets of D.C., definitely go home, because you could be arrested. It's time. You can get arrested. Did you ever think you'd be standing here today? I've said this maybe 20 times, and it's sad. I have to find myself to fight back tears a lot of the time, because I feel like this is a very depressing time in our nation's history. I mean, we are watching our country slip away.
I'm sad that this is happening, but I don't know that we're seeing our country slip away. There's a certain number of people who feel that it's been stolen from us over time slowly. This may be just people reclaiming their country, reclaiming the vision of America that they feel is correct, that the people in that building work for us, that laws are meant to be followed, that there aren't two standards. And I'm not saying that, making any claims to the veracity, but of the vote and if there was or not fraud. But I think I wrote it down, the resolution that was passed by Gosar said, they objected on the grounds that not all of the votes or under known circumstances were regularly given. So, rejected on the grounds. It's hard to read my writing in the dark.
Yeah. There you go.
Right. On the grounds that not all of the votes were cast under regularly given circumstances. Not regularly given. Basically alleging that there are irregularities in how the votes were cast in the state. not being specific, a very general statement that they were not regularly given. And if that's going to be the next term that's banned on Twitter and Facebook, regularly given, let's remember that those were the actual words used in the resolution of complaint in the joint session before it was adjourned by Mike Pence.
Show the camera that way, Joe.
So to go back to what you're saying about,
I don't want to get too close, but there you go.
I still have.
I'm so sorry. I treated two people today.
You got room? I got you.
He's missing. If they hurt him, he's gonna die. And he had burned my.
All right. So they're getting a look at what the situation is right now. Obviously, a peaceful situation at this point, and there's no violence right here on this front line. Just the Capitol Police has just drawn the line. Capitol Police.
Your patriotism.
And the twilight's land gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight.
Are we going to back away? Head out.
Sorry, I'm not trying to be a
I see Edward. Because I know what Edward looks like.
Let's go. We're going to walk back that way. All right. We're going to make our way back towards this way. It looks like that's hopefully, by the grace of God, that is the extent of the violence that we might see tonight. Hopefully, the ones here that want to basically escalate violence, hopefully they have left, and that's just how tonight will end, like that. Because that's a scene, guys. We've both been doing this a long time, and that is something that I don't think any of us have seen. Wow, 2021. This is how we're starting. Anyway, all right. So we've kind of pulled back a little bit from the crowd. Little area to breathe over here. I was just saying, Brick, that hopefully this is kind of how the night ends peacefully like this, and then we don't get into any more escalation.
I agree. I think that as people are going back to hotels, unlike other protests, we're not going to see broken windows. Yeah. We're not going to see buildings on fire. We're not going to see random acts of violence. Yeah. We're not going to see any of that from this group. We are going to be on a curfew shortly if we're not already. I haven't checked my watch, but I'm sure we're approaching 6 o'clock.
All right, so we should probably we'll start to head back.
I'm not so worried about it. I think that the real problem is not going to be at the stroke of 6 we're all going to turn into pumpkins, but you don't want to be the last one out on the streets on a night like tonight. So because I believe it's probably time for us to start heading back very soon, but I'm not saying that it has to be in the next 5 minutes.
It's interesting because we have not seen so far any of the, anti-Trumper movement out here, and I would imagine we've seen at the rallies they show up at night. Mm-hmm. I don't know why they wouldn't be tonight, but that's a different conversation, I guess, for another day. But boy, when
I was up there, I had absolutely no service. I was trying to get pictures out. Yeah. I mean, they're all on my phone. Didn't anticipate this. I didn't have enough memory space in the phone. It was full. I had to delete old files, and I can't upload the stuff from my GoPro yet. It'll be interesting to see what I got. I know that I have some unusual vantage points there with a little 360 shot. Maybe it'll help convey to some people what it was like to be up there when I get that posted.
I got a lot of direct messages from family and friends that said, "Oh my goodness, you have got to get out of there." It looked a very dangerous situation, and it was. But I will say that we are safe, and nothing bad happened. But it did get a little sketchy at one point.
Losing your liberty is a dangerous situation too, though. That's true. And so there's a balance there. And I wasn't asked to go up there. I just felt like I felt safe enough that I would do it, and at the point where I felt unsafe is when I began going back to the hotel.
Okay. I don't know if this is an odd time to go ahead and thank our patriot Mike Lindell over at mypillow.com, but you know what? This broadcast, and he's a patriot of this network. We want to thank him for being such a great partner in all of our content. So right now, go over to mypillow.com, and put in the promo code RSBN, that's RSBN, and get up to 66% off. The only reason why I'm saying this is all about freedom. This is all about being an American. He's an American. He loves freedom. He's got a great company that supports patriotism and freedom, and I think it's time for all of us to go support him as well.
And not only that, how can you not help but be moved by his story of redemption? It's impossible.
Yeah.
If you read about him and how honest he is about his past and the path that he took forward to get to where he is now, it's very moving. And perhaps this election needs to be redeemed as well.
Yeah. If you want to follow me on social media, you can go ahead. I'm Brian Glenn TV, BrianGlenn TV. Brian Glenn across the board. And Brick, go ahead and give yours.
Brick Suit on Twitter, mostly just at Brick with the _ suit. So Brick _ suit. And on Instagram at Brick Suit.
Yeah, it's been what an eventful day that we've had so far. Thank guys. How you doing? Thank you. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't really read it right now. Oh, wonderful. Okay, thank you. But wow, what a day. I want to get your thoughts. I mean, you guys have been out here all day. We ran into you just, by chance. By chance. We follow each other on Instagram, obviously. But what are your thoughts on what you saw today? Okay.
Honestly, it's crazy. Obviously we're making history. There's violence. I don't know what side is causing the violence. When I went with my phone up to try to see who was doing what, and we got tear gassed, and so we had to move back.
When I was in the thick of it, I only saw the cops initiating the tear gas. The cops initiating the...
Yeah, no, the cops were initiating the tear gas, and they threw flashbang grenades at us, so we just kept getting pushed back.
I got there were some rubber bullets, the tear gas, and the pepper spray. I got pepper sprayed in my eyes.
Yeah.
It's in my hair, so whenever my hair gets in my eyes, I get the...
It's painful. I will say that. It's painful. And it got me, it almost made me throw up at one point. It was choking like that. But...
you can't even filter enough air out for the tear gas. It just gets you in the lungs. You can't cough it out. It's just very arresting. I honestly I'm thankful they're not using tasers, but that's not an excuse to be using these measures.
Yeah. And we were talking about this. They didn't do this during Antifa and all the riots but against us. Do we want to switch batteries real quick? We want to go ahead and do that. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to dip into black, but don't worry. We'll just change. Yeah, we're just going to change batteries on the camera. Fresh batteries. Can't say I can't say our inner battery's fresh. I'm a little tired. I'm a little cold because it's been one of those couple of days. Last night that pre-rally was rough. It was rainy and cold.
If I didn't head back to California, I'd be ready for another day. This is the news, and this is what we try and get here to cover for you. This is not like what we're built for, but it's undeniable that this is important to our country, and it's undeniable that it's unprecedented, and it's going to be. The amount of media that's going to come out of today, everybody's got a cell phone, lots of cameras. It's going to be sobering for people to see what happened here. And for the people who weren't here at the Capitol, who wanted to come to D.C., they're going to get a really good picture of what transpired. And as I understand, I have unconfirmed reports that this may have happened in other states. People, and I don't know this.
That's a good question. I thought about that myself, of how many places around this country, in Michigan and in Pennsylvania, those battleground states.
Right. I don't have. And literally, my source is people coming by and saying, "I'm reading this, and this happened in Georgia."
Right.
And so I do not know if it's true or not, but given what I saw here today, it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me as well. If you would, please make sure you're following us on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. If you're just watching this perhaps on YouTube, follow us on our other social media platforms, as we will continue to bring you coverage as it happens. And real quickly, I want to make sure, because you've got a great podcast, so let's give out your podcast and your information.
Unsilent Podcast is the name. You can find me on Instagram, and my actual podcast is anywhere you stream your podcast. It's Unsilent Podcast.
I just want to make sure you got a nice little shout out for that. So here we are. Different scenarios we were just about 30 minutes ago, as it was got to a point that was a little scary, but now that we're down here and we have a little bit of room to move around, it's a very different situation. We're going to let this go. Yeah. All right. Joe, let's go ahead and walk out this way. We're wrapping the light over here. We're going to go ahead and walk out towards Pennsylvania Avenue and head back to our hotel and our apartments. And I don't know if we have some coverage planned later from our remote studio. Perhaps we'll bring you some additional coverage as it happens. But we're going to definitely head back out this way, as we were happy to be able to get in the mix and show you the events of today. It has not been easy to do that, not only physically but emotionally, because none of us want to witness what we've seen today so far. That is something that, Brick, I'm just being honest. That's not what I wanted to see today at all.
See that at all. I didn't want to see that either. I mean, what I wanted to see is everybody here peacefully. There were a group of people that wanted to get behind the Capitol because there was a speaking engagement.
There was an event planned here today.
But the street was blocked off, so they were unable to make it up Constitution. Now, I don't know if that street was blocked off for the reasons of preventing people from getting to the back of the Capitol. The more I think about it, I believe it's probably a precondition of having Mike Pence in the Capitol building.
Yeah, I think it was a total security.
Correct. So they cleared 2 intersections there, but it had the effect of everybody who wanted to get to that side of the Capitol being diverted and funneled into the front of the Capitol. And boy, that was a bottleneck.
Yeah, that was a bottleneck. All right. Brick Suit, Brian Glenn here for Right Side Broadcasting. We are signing out. Until next time, goodbye. God bless. We'll see you later.